This little montage of videos is for our governor, Governor Beshear. We at Karma are so very, very thankful for all of the hard work you are doing for our state, for our country, for our nation, for our world, and your little admission of not having ever done yoga before prompted us to create this video for you. So I hope it's something that you and your family enjoy. I hope it is something that helps to relieve your stress. We can't imagine the amount of stress you're under, and we sincerely hope that this is a service to you to repay you for all the service you are doing for us. So with that being said, you are invited to take a seat, and if you can't sit on the floor comfortably like this, you can find a pillow, you can find something to kind of sit up on so that you're a little more comfortable. And once you find that seat, we're just going to find ourselves nice and tall, like the proud Kentuckians that we are. And we're just going to take a moment to settle our gaze, maybe close our eyes, and for a brief moment, just let yourself sit still and allow yourself to gently slow your breath down. Let your breath go into your belly. Let it open up your ribs and lift your heart. And as you exhale, let your belly soften. Let your ribs lower. Let your collarbone soften. And just take a few more slow, deep breaths. Take one more into your belly. Open up the ribs, lift your heart, and we'll lower the belly, the ribs, and the collarbone. And just sit with that for a moment, giving yourself permission to just be still for just a moment. And then gently lift your gaze or open your eyes. Now, yoga means to union or to bring together, and that means a lot of different things. But for today, because this is your introductory class to yoga, is we're going to just simply bring our body and our breath together, just creating a more mindful state. So start with your hands to your heart. You're going to take an inhale through your nose. As you take your arms up overhead, wherever they go. Now as you exhale again through your nose, you'll take your arms down beside you. We're going to move slowly and breathe smoothly. Inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, bring them back down. So we're going to do that 2 more times. You'll find that again, slow, smooth breath in, long, smooth breath out. Inhaling, take your arms back up, and exhale back to your heart. We're going to do that 1 more time. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and out. Good. Now we're just going to do a simple side stretch. Let your right hand find the floor next to you. Bring your left arm forward. You're going to inhale that arm up next to your ear. As you exhale, you're going to lean to your right. Enjoying this beautiful sunshine today. Now as you lean to your right, you're going to feel a nice long stretch on that left side of your body. Going to breathe. Take 1 more breath. And we're going to bring ourselves up slowly. You're going to take your left hand down on the floor. Excuse me, left hand down on the floor. Your right arm will come up. We'll breathe in. You'll exhale to your left. Now you might notice one side feels different, and that's perfectly normal. And we'll breathe. And then just bring yourself up gently. Now your hands will come to your heart again. We're going to inhale again. Stretch those arms up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, take them back up. Exhaling, back to your heart. Now for a simple seated twist. Your right hand's going to find the floor behind you. Your left hand's going to find your right leg, whatever it gets a hold of. You're going to inhale nice and tall. As you exhale from your belly, you're just going to simply turn your heart to the right. And again, we're facing that beautiful sunshine. Taking another breath. And then you're going to very gently Move yourself around to the other side. So left hand behind you, right hand holding onto whatever part of the left leg it can get. Take a breath in, exhale again from your belly, turn to your left, and breathe. Take one more breath here, and we'll exhale, come back to the front. And one more time with me, Governor Beshear. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, take them back up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now, I want to thank you again for your service, and we will do everything in our power to follow your mandates, keep everybody safe, stay healthy at home. Namaste, Governor Beshear. Enjoy the rest of this video.
Kenneth, can you please bring up the Philadelphia versus St. Louis slide? Today we're going to focus on a nice little flow, focusing on the Philadelphia pose, aka down dog, and the St. Louis pose, aka plank. So please come to the top of your mat and let's stand with our feet just a little bit apart, maybe hands to heart center. Inhale, Team Kentucky. Exhale, healthy at home. On an inhale, our arms are going to go up. Exhale as we hinge from the hips. And let's bring our fingertips to the floor. Look straight ahead as we prepare to step back into our first Philly pose. So stepping back, sending our hips up high to the ceiling. Let's socially separate our hands about the width of your mat. Sending the tailbone high, pressing through the fingertips, pressing through your feet. And while this is good for the spine, this is the type of curve we do not want to see with COVID-19. So let's begin to flatten this curve, coming into our St. Louis pose. Let's hold here for just a moment. Now, drop to your knees and lower all the way down. As we inhale into Cobra, we realize there is going to be an increase in the cases, but by practicing social distancing, we can make sure that we do not end up with that Philadelphia pose or that big spike. Go ahead and walk your feet out a little bit here. And once again, we're going to look at that space between our hands, and let's come back into our St. Louis pose. This time we're going to lower all the way down through Chaturanga and inhale into up dog. We realize we do not want to relax our restrictions or our guard too soon, ending up with a second spike, sending us back into that nice Philadelphia pose, which is not a very good thing to happen. So taking a few deep breaths here without a ventilator, because that's why we're practicing this. We'll look at that space between our hands. We'll step one foot forward and then the other. We'll lift halfway up with a flat back. We'll exhale over. Inhale all the way up, Team Kentucky. Exhale, we're in this together. Repeat daily at 5 p.m.
Hi, we're going to try Trikonasana, triangle pose. So for triangle pose, you want to have maybe a block handy. If you don't have a block, you can use a couple of rolls of toilet paper stacked up on top of each other. You can use a book, a shoebox, any type of thing that's going to give you a little bit of support. So first, we want to take a nice wide stance. The heels want to be in alignment, and we're going to turn the right toes out so that we have a heel to heel alignment. Roughly, you can step forward a little, you can step back a little, whatever's kind of comfortable for you. You can take this block and just hold it in your hand, or you can place it right outside of the foot, either one, whichever one's more comfortable. Hips are going to be loose, but the legs are going to stay strong and straight. Trikonasana is triangle pose. So I'd like to teach this one first at a beginning level. So we're going to shift the hip. The left hip's going to come forward. And from here, we're going to inhale to take the right arm up. Now we're going to exhale and reach out over that leg as far as we can. And you can bring your hand to the shin, you can bring your hand to the block, or you can grab the big toe If you want to have no pain behind the knee or in the bottom, if there is, you put a bend in the knee, come down and grab the big toe, and then focus on straightening the leg. So there's a lot of options you can do here. I'm just going to come to the block for now. And once I'm here, I'm going to try to straighten the leg. And I'm going to pull this left hip back until it naturally stops. Then I'm going to continue that rotation from the thoracic spine so I can stack the shoulders on top of each other. And then extend that left arm up towards the ceiling. You want both sides nice and long. Your gaze can be down, straight ahead, or up at the hand extended. And we breathe. You're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Or a slow 5 count, whichever one feels best to you. And then to come out of this pose, we just look down, press the feet apart, and then inhale, allow the hips to bring us all the way up. We'll try that on the other side. We're going to take the block, move it outside of the left foot. Again, we look at that heel to heel alignment as best we can. Legs are straight, hips are loose. Hands are going to find the hips. We're going to round the right hip forward. Inhale to take the left arm up. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Keep the sides nice and long. And you can bring your hand to wherever it is we went. I'll just go to the block for here. Once we have that, we want that left hip to pull back. We want the left side nice and long. The right hip will round back. Continue the rotation from the thoracic spine. Take the right arm up. And again, you can look down, straight ahead, or up at the ceiling. And breathe. Again, we hold for a slow 5 count or 5 breaths. And then we'll look down, press the feet apart, inhale the hips, bring us up, exhale, relax your arms. Step or hop your feet together, shake it out. Well done. Thank you for playing with me today.
So for our next standing pose, we're going to do Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. So we can begin by taking a wide stance on the mat with our feet about under our wrist. We can turn our right toes to face the short end of the mat, left toes just slightly in. We can take an inhale to bring our arms up to a T, softening our shoulders. And on our exhale, we can bend the right knee, being mindful that it doesn't pass our ankle. If so, just widening our stance. You can feel a slight pull to the left to stack the shoulders over the hips. And then bring the gaze down the right middle finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening the leg, bringing the hands to the hips, and switching the feet. So left toes are facing the short end of the mat, right toes are just slightly in. We can inhale to bring the arms up to a T, softening the shoulders, and exhale to bend the left knee, making sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. We can feel a slight pull to the right, and then bring our gaze down our left middle finger, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening our leg, dropping our arms, and bringing our feet back together.
All right, we're going to open up on our mat, take a nice wide stance for our Prasarita Padottanasana. So bring your hands to your hips. We're going to do A through D. Inhaling your heart, we're going to hinge at our hips and take our hands to the mat. Hinging over, allowing your hands to find the mat. Relaxing your shoulders, pulling your belly button back to your spine, tucking your chin, and hinging over, bringing the weight of your body to the front of your feet, and breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your arms, hands to your hips, inhaling all the way up. And then we're going to go for B. So inhaling your arms up and then bringing them back to your hips, tucking your elbows behind you. And this time we're going to keep our hands on our hips the entire time. So inhale your heart, hinge at your hips, tuck your chin, come on over, try not to bump into your puppy dog. Pull that belly button back to your spine. Bring the weight of your body to the front of your feet and breathe for 5, 4. Remember to relax your shoulders down your back. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way back up. And then inhaling your arms like a T. Take them behind your back. We're going to clasp our hands. And then we're going to hinge over. Now, if your hands leave your back, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too. So inhale your heart. Hinge at the waist. Come over. Pull that belly button back to your spine. Allow your arms to leave your back if they want to. Relax your neck. Tuck your chin. Bring the weight of your body to the front of your feet without falling over. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully inhaling all the way back up. Releasing your arms. Inhaling your arms up like a T for our last posture. Prasarita Padottanasana D. So, inhaling your heart, hinge at your hips, allow your first 2 fingers to find that big toe, hinge over, relax your neck, elbows right above ankles, fingers pulling up on toes, toes pushing down on the fingers, pull that belly button back to your spine, the weight of your body to the front of your feet, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, relax your shoulders, 2, and 1. Inhaling halfway, hands to hips, all the way up. Step your feet together and come to the back top of your mat.
In Sphinx pose, you want to start by laying on your mat, belly down, pushing your feet firmly into the mat, and then place your elbows directly under your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, and then as you inhale, you're going to press your shoulders, your chest through your shoulders, while pressing down through your forearms. And breathe. You should feel this lengthening your spine as you look forward. And relax.
So next we'll be doing Baby Cobra, also known as Baby Bhujangasana. Start from your belly as you were after Sphinx. And you'll activate the legs, knees lift, tops of the feet on the floor. Hands under your shoulders, forehead to the floor. Lifting the forehead, keeping the legs activated here. And keep the hands where they are, or hover them. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax. Breathe deeply here. We'll come into down dog to bring our spine to neutral. Push up to tabletop. Stretch the hands out in front of the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Keep the knees bent. Shifting the hips up and back for a moment. And then dropping to child's pose. And then just coming up and getting ready for the following pose.
We're going to learn to do Janu Shirshasana A. So extend your legs in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to bring our right knee in. And then we're going to let our right knee fall out to the side, connecting the sole of our foot to the inner thigh. Pull the left hip back to set your body over your leg. We're going to frame the leg with our hands, and on the inhale, we're going to sit up tall. Exhale, fold forward onto the leg. You can start to move your hands forward as you breathe and look at your big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come back up. Assist the right knee up and extend your leg. Then we're going to do the other side. So bring your left leg in, hug that knee in, let it fall out to the side, and then adjust your right hip. We're going to frame our right leg, pull in that toe, and sit up tall on an inhale. Exhale, fold forward, looking at the big toe.
I am peace.
Stay here and breathe. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up.
I am yoga.
And bring in that knee. Thank you for joining me. That was Janu Shirshasana A.
This is an instruction for Marichiasana C. Sitting up tall and straight, legs extended in front of you, you'll go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest, about a fist distance from your left thigh. Let your right knee fall out slightly. Take your right hand, place it behind your back. Take your left arm and wrap it gently around your right knee. On an inhale, we'll sit up tall, and on our exhale, we're going to twist to the right, engaging that left leg, keeping our left toes flexed. Go ahead and bring in your right knee after you've twisted. And we'll breathe for 3, 2, 1, release. We'll come back to the front, extend that right leg out, bring our left knee in, again about a fist distance from our right thigh. Let your left knee fall out gently to the side slightly. Take your left hand tented behind you. Take your right hand and wrap it around your left knee. On an inhale, we'll sit up tall and lengthen. On an exhale, we're going to twist to the left, pulling those right toes back and engaging that right leg. Inhale, we'll lengthen, and then we'll bring in our left knee into our chest. For 3, 2, 1, we'll turn back to the front, extend our left leg out. That was Marichiasana C.
This is a lying down twist. Simply lie down on your mat or on the ground. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor about hip width apart, extending the arms out at shoulder height. Inhale to lift the hips, shift them to the left, lowering the right hip to the floor, drawing the knees into the chest, and allowing the knees to fall to the right. Pressing the left shoulder towards the mat, and breathe. Inhaling back to center, placing the feet back down. Then lifting the hips, shifting them to the right, placing the left hip down, drawing the knees into the chest, lowering the knees to the left. Allowing the spine to unwind, releasing any lingering tension in the body. Inhaling back to center and setting the feet back down.
Hi, Governor Bashir, this one's for you. I'm going to be demonstrating a restorative pose called Reclining Supta Baddha Konasana. So what I'm going to start with is giving you some information about how to set it up. So you'll start with getting some blankets, and if you have a bolster, if not, you can grab a couch cushion. just some pillows. This is a yoga strap, but you can use a belt. And I have an eye bag here, but if you don't have an eye bag, grab a washcloth. So to get started, you're going to turn lengthwise on a mat or carpet, and you're going to place your feet together. Allow your hips to open up. You can pull in those pillows a little bit closer and just allow your outer hips to rest down on them. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Just kind of make sure that your cushion or bolster is kind of backed up right to your low back. And you can use your strap to place it around your body. You'll bring it down towards your lower back and just put it right around your feet and cinch it down a little bit so that you can feel that support that it gives you as you feel that little bit of resistance from your low back to your feet. Next, you're going to pull your blanket up towards you. And you're going to begin to lower down as you take your blanket and first kind of snug it around your feet. Make yourself nice and comfortable there. And you're going to begin to lower your body down. And you'll have an extra blanket right at the top of your bolster or your couch cushion for a little bit of an extra pillow. And you can bring that blanket up around your body. You can take your washcloth or eye bag, place it over your eyes. Open your arms up, allow your palms to stay open, and just relax. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.
Andy, after a long and tiring day of being governor, you definitely deserve a nice Shavasana. So the word Shavasana in Sanskrit literally means, in English, adult nap time. Just kidding. It doesn't mean adult nap time, but it does translate to mean corpse pose. And at the end of every yoga session, it's very important to take a moment, 2 to 5 minutes at least, of just lying back on your mat in Shavasana, experiencing and feeling what you've done for yourself over the past half an hour, however long your yoga session was. So with Shavasana, it's pretty sweet because you can make it into whatever you want and whatever you need at that moment in time. So sometimes people put pillows or bolsters under their knees to support their lower back. I'm going to use a blanket because it is a little chilly-willy out here. And it's wonderful. It's raining. It's a wonderful Kentucky spring day. So I'm going to take this blanket and just simply lie back onto my mat. All right, and once you've found a nice comfortable position on the floor, and just let your legs go long on your mat. Bring your arms out to the side of your body with your hands facing up. Just go ahead and take a moment to relax every part of your body, from your toes to the crown of your head to your fingertips. And let every breath, every exhalation, release any tension in your body. Release tension around your eyes. Release your hand muscles. And then over these next few minutes or so, any thought that might come to your mind, any sound or experience or feeling that might come to your body, just acknowledge it and simply let it float away as you relax in your Shavasana. slowly let your awareness come back to the room, come back to yourself. And just go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Go ahead and take your hands up overhead, your arms up overhead, and stretch from your hands to your feet. And then slowly bring your knees to your chest. Hug your knees and just rock back and forth, massaging your lower back. And then go ahead and turn over onto your right side. Bend your right arm and put it under your head like a pillow. And take this last second to feel the effects of your practice in your Shavasana. And then go ahead and slowly press yourself up to a seated position. You can find a nice, simple cross-legged pose on your mat. Woo. Put your hands facing up on your knees and close your eyes. Feel the difference between when you first started practice to now. And bring our hands to heart center and bow our heads. Thank yourself for treating your spirit, your mind, your body to a yoga practice today. And go ahead and bow forward and say Namaste. The light in me salutes the light in you. And Bella here.